Hello! I would like to welcome you to the Laramy-K Optician Works Training Center, where today we are going to talk about dispensing lined multifocals. Dispensing 102, talking about presenting a pair of glasses with a lined multifocal. Now, for this, we're going to assume about 99% of the time that's going to be a lined bifocal. And we are thinking about first-time wearers. Now, we did another video just 6 months ago about lined multifocals, and it's already had 6,000 views on YouTube, probably that much again on Facebook. Lined multifocals are still in use all the time. We are going to introduce the reading card into our dispensing process. We'll learn the language. Can you see what you need to? We'll talk about blocking off an area of the reading card. We're going to work on the shtick, the talking points, the things that you must cover, the things you must say when dispensing that first pair of lined multifocals. Add to high in power. It is an intermediate world today. If you put that new pair on and the first thing the person says is, I've got to hold stuff like this to read it, the add power is too high. You control that. Bring that add power down to the intermediate range and things will work out. Add too high for position is the say too high or too low. Again, back to that other video, that one. If you have a metal frame or even a plastic one with nose pads that are adjustable, you have got 1.5637 millimeters of play up and down. It's too high, you spread the pads, it drops. Too low, you bring them together and it brings the frame up. For a plastic frame or a frame without nose pads, you can add and subtract a little bit of tilt, retro, panto, and there is a perception when you do that the line moves a little bit down or a little bit up. It's worth a try before doing a remake. And we will talk with our customer about image jump. There is a good video on that one. And then we will also talk with the customer about image displacement, which means that things down by your feet, if you are looking through the bifocal portion, are not where it actually appears, steps and curbs, which can lead to falls. So we need to talk about that as well. I believe I just heard Kansi, the customer, pull up. Let's hit the dispensing table. Super quick before Kansi, the customer, gets done in hair and makeup. Months and months ago, we did the video about what makes a good optician. I mentioned that one of those things was an attention to detail. So some of you out there may wonder why John's beard comes and goes. Well, this spring, I certified in scuba, and I have been doing a lot of scuba diving through this summer and fall. And my mask, of course, seals much, much better when I don't have a lot of facial hair. So that is why for you handful of very observant people, sometimes I have a beard and, well, sometimes I don't. As always, Kansi the customer is right on time. What a good customer you are.
Oh, thanks.
We are, in fact, dispensing a first-time lined bifocal wearer. Shall we get to it?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's see here. You've got yourself a new pair of glasses. Take them out. I see it's a lined bifocal, and I'm going to confirm with her my suspicions. Okay, a lined bifocal. This is your first time wearing these, is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, very good. If you would put those on for me, please. Great. I like that. Okay, looking out in the distance, do things look okay? Nice level-headed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good.
Clearer than it was before.
Outstanding. All right. We're going to introduce our reading card now. We've talked about this in the past. You must have a reading card of some kind. And I pointed out if you have super crazy tiny print on it, cut out some white paper, do a nice job, make it neat. I didn't do the best job here. I didn't have any adhesive white. So block out anything that's crazy small, because if it's on the card, you will have a customer that will insist that they must be able to read it, when in fact probably nobody could, no matter what they were wearing. So must have a reading card. Say, please hold that like you would. Why don't you put your eyes on this size print right here, and then slowly lift your chin up and down, and you'll see where that pops in and out.
Oh, okay.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I do.
That's how that works. Can you see what you need to on that page?
Yes. Yeah. About the same size as I would normally read.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Again, kind of reinforcing we're not going for the smallest thing. We do want to make sure that she can see what she needs to for her work. So you can see what you need to see on there, right? Okay. Now this, the reading card, of course, you can move around.
Yeah.
Okay? Remember, you can also move around the stuff in your office.
Oh.
So don't be shy about doing that. You may very well need to move your monitor. Move it away. You might need to move it closer. You might want to lift it up. You want to angle it more.
Oh, yeah.
May even, right?
Yeah.
You may need to move your keyboard around a little bit, your chair, ergonomics, all that stuff around the office desk. Don't be shy. Play around with that, and you will find a sweet spot. It's a little bit more comfortable for you sitting and working at your desk.
Okay. Right. That sounds good. Thank you.
There is a chance when I ask her, look at this line here and slowly bring your chin up and down, that she may, see the jump? That's called image jump. Now, it doesn't happen to everyone. The distance portion, you go down into that add power plus, the focal length shortens, and in a way, the print kind of jumps out at her. Now, there is a great video on that one. I would watch that one as well. There's nothing you can do about it. If that happens, and you could say, that's kind of jumped out at me, I can say, that's not unusual.
Okay.
Can happen. You'll get used to it in no time at all. It's just very, very natural, in fact. What might happen is I may give her the reading card and ask her to read this part, and right, she's getting awfully close there. And it's an intermediate world today. There's a video on the troubleshooting over plus, and that's exactly what's happening. She simply has too much plus in that ad, and she's got to bring it way up here to read comfortably. Certainly not going to work for an intermediate or a computer office pair. So you're going to have to back off of that ad power. How to design a full office-style line bifocal is another video. That one. All right. Thank you. Now, it's possible that when she started looking out into the distance, she may say,
I can kind of see like the top of the line. Is that normal?
It is. I'm looking at you. I'm pretty happy. That is kind of a textbook fit, but since it's your first pair, let me have those for a second. Metal frame, nose pads. She says it feels a little tiny bit high. Well, then I would spread the pads out. Drop the frame a little on her nose. Is that a little bit better?
Oh, yeah. It's like it's not, I'm not seeing it, I guess you could say.
Yeah, good.
Not my focus.
Yeah, and now it's about, it's like maybe half a millimeter lower than a textbook fit.
But it doesn't feel so weird.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, fantastic. Like that. Of course, the reverse would hold true. What the heck? You put them on and you say, I've got to hold my head way, way back. You go walking around like that to try to do reading.
Yeah.
Well, what would I do in that case? Well, of course, we would do the opposite. I would take those pads, bring them in a little bit, bring the frame up on her nose, say, how's that?
Oh, yeah. Now my head feels straight.
Better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
All right. If it were a plastic frame, I say this doesn't always work, but it might be worth a try. If she says that it is a little low, you can put in some retro, bring it out, if you will. It'll kind of fool her a little bit. Kind of like she'll be looking over it a little bit more, so to speak. If she says it's a little high, then add some panto, bring it down, bring it in towards her cheek, and there's a chance that she'll look over it. Doesn't always work, but again, it's certainly worth a try before you go and have a remake, which you never want to do if you can avoid it. The last thing that you absolutely, positively must discuss with your first-time lined multifocal wearer, you would put those on for me. When you stand up, when you move around, when you walk with the lined bifocal, things down by your feet, steps and curbs, won't be in the right place if you're looking through the bifocal section.
Oh, yeah. So
you have to be really careful. Drop your head and look through that distance portion so they're in the right place.
Oh, yeah, I can see how that's... Okay, yeah, okay.
All right. For that reason, if you would, don't wear them home right now. Right? We'll put them in their case, take them home, wear them for a while where you're familiar with things, where you know where the handrail is and such. Wear them there and then start wearing them out and about.
Okay.
We do not want you walking out the front door and falling in the parking lot.
That would not be fun.
Not good when people stagger out and fall when they're leaving the optical shop. All right, our first time, let's review this. Let's make sure we got everything covered. We did our distance check, which is going to be critical when we talk about progressives next week. Level-headed, looking out, do things look good? She said yes. We introduced the reading card. I said, would you take that, please? Put your eyes on this line here, and then slowly bring your chin up and down, teaching her how to use it, how to find the bifocal, and then return to distance. So we're talking about head movement. We confirmed that she can see what she needs to in order to get through her day. We're providing her a pair of glasses for her visual needs. We confirmed that the height was good. We made some adjustments if she felt it was high or low. We talked about moving her office around. That's a really pretty important part of this. Most people still work in an office, or at home now, you still have your home office. Don't be scared of moving that stuff around a little bit. You might need to move your chair, you might need to move your desk, you might need to move the monitor. Again, you may need to take a couple of blocks and put the monitor up so you're not having to lift your head quite so much. Don't be scared of experimenting with monitor position a bit. And we talked about things down by her feet, steps and curbs. We do not want people falling. It's not a good thing. And it actually is not all that uncommon. So be careful about that one. And we do try to get her not to wear them out. Take them home, wear them there for a bit. And then get them.
Okay.
Good?
Sounds good.
Are you comfortable with your first pair of lined bifocals?
I am.
Very
Thank you.
Good. Thank you so much, folks. As always, we can't cover every possible scenario, but I think we did a pretty darned good job there. At the whiteboard I mentioned, you're working on your shtick here, all right? You have to say these things. You have to cover these things. You have to mention all of those things, and it has to become rehearsed. You can't miss any of those things. It has to be comfortable, reassuring, building confidence in yourself and in her as well. Crazy important. And again, it can actually be a little bit dangerous if you don't explain some of these features. Dispensing the first-time lined bifocal wearer. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching us on Facebook, please give us a like. Watching us on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there in the corner and make certain that every lined multifocal that you sell comes from Laramy-K. I will see you again next week.